Good evening, good evening, good evening. I did that spot on for once. For fucking once, you didn't have a picture of me going.
Or me looking like Andy Cap with a cigarette hanging out my mouth.
Yeah, welcome tonight. I don't know if Josh is going to be joining us because, as I said the other week, Josh is starting college doing motorbike mechanics and customizing and all sorts of things. So fuck yeah. So go Josh. But we'll be doing like pre-records once a month and stuff if we can, and then with Josh in. So, but he will be coming on the lives as and when he can, and also hopefully at some point Taylor May, my youngest daughter, might be coming on. Becky might be coming on, and various other guests might be coming on, and anybody else. We will get. Oh shit! I forgot to do something. I forgot to reset the boiler. Fuck! They're all waiting for hot water, and I'm in. Yeah. Wayne, can you just yap for a minute? Just yap.
Yap.
You won't notice me going.
Okay. So yap. Anyway, has anybody fallen victim to the TikTok conspiracy lately? How strange it is that TikTok can be banned, and then all of a sudden, not 20 hours later, TikTok has returned.
Well, Trump said before he was elected, didn't he, that if that went into force, he would veto it and give them an extension.
Yeah, I mean, I think he has 90 days to change things, but it wasn't even 20 hours, and TikTok was back for US users. The funny part of it is how some of the videos that from the hearing that the Senate had, when they had the CEO there, and the CEO was standing there, they were accusing him of being Chinese, and he says, "I'm from Singapore." And they were like, "Do you have any connections to the Chinese parties, the political parties?" He's like, "No, I don't. I'm from Singapore. I'm Singaporean." And another guy turned around and said, "I don't even know where Singapore is. I've looked for it and I can't find Singapore."
What?
Yeah. This bloke actually said that he looked on the world map and he could not find Singapore. Where was it? And the bloke turned around and said, "Are you being serious?"
Look on look for Hong Kong and then look around and you'll find it. What a dickhead.
Yeah.
No offense.
So and I thought, how stupid is it, right? Because they've banned this thing because they think of its links to China and it being a security risk. And then all of a sudden, Red Note starts getting downloaded by a lot of American users, and Red Note is owned by China.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
So they've gone from
Sorry, Nico, mate, that made me laugh. And I've got a cat trying to attack me.
So a Singaporean TikTok account has been banned, and then everybody goes to a Chinese one.
Yeah.
It's strange. It's all of a sudden they've gone, "Oh, hang on a minute. If they all start going to Red Note, that's more of a security risk to TikTok. So surely they should now be banning Red Note."
I tell you what, I have seen that made me giggle. Was Trump's turned around and said he's going to do what did they call it? A bill over there saying that they will only officially recognize two sexes, male and female. And that includes people who've had the operation to go full female or full male. They were included in it, but he said he's not going to have any more of this bullshit with where kids are getting confused and this, that, and the other. He said it's going to be male, female, and that's that. And to be fair, good.
I mean, obviously, you can understand if it's somebody that feels that they're a female trapped in a male's body.
I get that.
But then that's obviously where transition comes into it.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Because, unlike when you look on likes of TikTok, you've got someone called El Faber who is standing there saying to everybody they're transitioning and they're helping to try and raise money for the transition. They've had more than 5 times the amount of money needed for the transition, and yet they still haven't done it. and they don't talk about it. It's always talking about this wicked thing, and all it was about getting money off of people.
Yeah.
And that was wrong. So part of me agrees with him. And I had a conversation with my daughter, my oldest daughter, the other day about it all, because she was coming out with all these different pansexuals, asexuals, bisexuals, and whatever. And I just turned around to her and I said, "I'm sorry, I don't want to hear all this."
Oh no, there's a difference between your sex and your sexuality.
Yeah,
he's saying your sex. I mean, if you're born with a knob, you're a bloke. If you're born with a fanny, you're a woman. If you're born with a fanny, but you think you're a bloke inside and have the operation to give you a willy, good on you. You'll be a male. You will be a male.
But this is what this is what I tried to explain to my daughter, because she seems to think that all these different pansexuals and all of that lot are all related to male and female. And I went, no, they're not. I said, they're different.
So that's what, do you see what I mean about it confuses kids? I don't normally have a go at the LGBTQ lot, because I've got a lot of friends who are, and believe me, some of my friends are either gay, lesbian, or bi, and they don't like a lot of the shit that LGBT fucking what XYZ group are coming out with. As they've said, you're either gay, you're bi, or you're straight, and then you've got all these fucking idiots like 20 stone fucking blokes shaving off the side of their head and having long green hair and trying to get themselves in the women's toilets and go, I identify as a woman. Fuck off, you cunt. Sorry, excuse my language, but fuck off, you fat bastard. Go and get your knob out in the gents' toilets and stop being a pervert in the women's toilets, because loads of people have been arrested for that shit because they actually haven't been misgendered or anything. They've just been using it as an excuse to be a fucking pedo, this, that, and the other. And that's, like I said, don't get me wrong, that is not the entire thing, but it's a well-known fact that a lot of the XYZ, whatever the fuck it is, community are into that, and we don't know why. But all my friends that are either gay, bi, or straight don't like it, don't like anything to do with that side of it. And that's what people need to remember, is because a lot of that community gets slammed for being like them. But it's not them. It's the weirdos who go, I'm not a man, I'm not a woman, I'm a fucking toaster. Where do I wee? In the fucking toilet like everybody else, you knob. You know, so...
it's curries.
And then you'll see like a 60-year-old or 70-year-old bloke with long fucking hair that's dyed pink, and he's hanging around with a 16-year-old lad. And it's like, what the fuck is that all about? Don't even get me started with that shit. I think it's completely wrong. You are either born straight, you're either born bi, you're either born gay, or it develops as you get older. Nothing wrong with that, and shouldn't be ashamed in it. But all these, I'm a fucking sea otter, I'm a mermaid, I'm a fucking aliens, and all this kind of shit, bollocks, mate. Jog on. And a lot of it is mental health problems as well, which you know, and that's how I feel about it. I feel very strongly about it because I was abused as a kid by somebody who, So I feel very strongly about that, and that's the first time I've said that on camera. So don't go any further with that, please, guys, because it's a sore subject. Probably a sore last one as well, but I don't remember. That's why I feel strongly about that, and I've always got the back of anybody who's gay, bi, or straight, because they have to go through a lot to come out as it is, and what they don't need is to be ridiculed by these other fuckwits who go, and try and get into different toilets and whatever the fuck they're trying to do. Well, yeah,
because obviously as coming up to being a teenager and sometimes earlier, they're confused about,
your command,
what they are, whether they're straight, gay, or bi. And then all of a sudden they get pushed with all these other bits.
Yeah.
And they're all like, whoa, hang on a minute. I'm only just trying to figure out what I am, what I'm attracted to, and now you're coming out with all this other crap.
Leave them be. Leave the kids be. Leave the teenagers be. Let them go through it themselves and figure it out for themselves. Let them have the people there that they can talk to and that they can confide in, but you don't need this bullshit ideology of I'm a fucking mermaid and all this crap. You don't because this is only recent. This is only like since 2007, 2008, that crap started coming out. Get rid of that. You're male or female, or you're bi, straight, or gay. That's it. None of this other shit. Pansexual means you just want to fuck anything that moves. It's not a thing. It just means you're greedy. You know, bisexual means you like both sides, so which means you want to have your cake and eat it. Gay means you like the sausage. Good on you. And lesbian means you like a fish supper. Good on you. I must be a lesbian with my missus, you know. So I don't see where all this crap's come from. You know, all the government's standing around and going, "Oh, we must allow this ideology." Fuck off. Fuck off. Look at what it's doing.
Well, oddly enough, that is mentioned in two of the documentaries that I've watched today.
Is it?
And it's by centres around Dr. Stephen Greer, who we know very well.
Dark mirror for president. Dark mirror for prime minister. Dark mirror.
And he mentions things like that. The fact that things have been pushed onto people.
Yeah, they shouldn't be.
And we're not being allowed to advance the rate we should be advancing.
Yeah.
And one of the first documentaries I watched was, I identify as a Jedi as well. Down on the census of Jedi.
Carry on. Hang on. He just carry on.
He's going to whop his sword out. And the first documentary I watched was called The Lost Century, and it is literally about 100 years of secrecy that has cost humanity hundreds of years of spiritual, cultural, and technological development.
Yeah.
And it says it's about suppressing the information, and by what we've been saying about coming out with different news and stories and videos and things to push us to different sides of a different story, to push us away from the truth, like Project Blue Book, and how they purposely went out and altered what somebody had seen or heard in favor of their agenda.
Yeah, exactly.
And it then went on to things like Nikola Tesla, the guy that invented the water powered car, and how someone from the Pentagon went to visit him, and they said they wanted that technology for aircraft and tanks, and would he do that? And he said, no, I want it to go public. And then I think it was a couple of weeks later, he was going for an appointment, and he was the one that was poisoned in his cranberry juice.
That's right, yeah. And he
went outside and went, I've been poisoned.
Hello.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Good evening.
Mark's going to stick you with his sword. You said about being a Jedi.
What?
I had to do that. I need to get the button up as well. Button. How are you, Josh? How's it going?
I'm all right. I didn't think I was going to make it, but here I am.
You know, it's good to see you, dude. As I said, anytime I'll send you the link every week, and if you can make it, then join us.
All right. I'll kind of let you know when I can too.
Yeah.
So you're not like in the middle of class and you're like, "Where's Josh?"
Oh, that's cool. How's it going?
Good. Been busy. Had a show last night.
Fuck off. That's not a glow stick. It's a proper job, not a cheapy one either. It's proper. Eric, I can make a working one. If you can make a working one, fucking send me it. We'll have it.
Send me one. I drive through Kakana every day.
I'll have one as well if he's going to make one.
And we'll test them on the Dark Mirror Radio Show. There you go. And then we'll have the maker on and say, so, Eric, tell me all about your saber. And then he can go, ooh. So, yeah. Josh sent me some photos of the bikes and quad bikes he's been working on. I'm jealous as fuck because they got Harleys, Harleys to a penny over there. And he's like working on these things. And I'm here go,
all of ours, have been free donated.
Awesome.
They also have big dents all over the tanks and skid marks and shit all over them.
Well, what do you ask them?
Yeah, other bikes people donated. the school.
Yeah, no, that's cool. I've got an old bike at my daughter's house. If you guys were over here, I'd let you have it. It was built for me, but it's a bag of shit. So it was a Street Fighter. But yeah. Anyway, we were talking about.
If I come to the UK, I'll have to come take a look at it for you. We can soup it up.
Yeah, nice one. Yeah, this is a Force FX lightsaber. This one, and my missus got it me for Christmas because I've wanted a proper one for such a long time, and she got me it for Christmas, and I was like, ah! And I've decided that I want the sound of a lightsaber starting up to be the sound that my loins make each time I get a stick in. I've decided that is the thing that should happen. Anytime I get, it should be like that, and I should be like.
That could be quite disastrous. Can you imagine if that happened in a supermarket?
Well, I'm not going to get a stiffy in the middle. Oh, look, turkeys are down in price.
Or you're sitting in the cinema, and all of a sudden, and everybody turns around and looks at you as if to say, "What the hell was that?"
My missus, it's not me. What would your noises be? We'll carry on with the crap. It's the Dark Mirror Radio Show. We talk about shit and UFOs and conspiracy theories and everything else. So come on then, Josh. What would your noise be?
Oh, maybe Harley.
What?
Yeah.
What would Wayne's be?
The ding that a microwave makes.
I thought that. I've always thought that should be a pregnancy noise. You know, kid's going to come out. Bing.
Ding.
I would have thought yours would have been.
Oh, I suppose it could be the sound of the heat ray, couldn't it?
Yeah, it could.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. We were talking about Trump turning around and saying that he's going to make do a bill where there's only two sexes in America officially recognized, male and female. Yay!
Oh man, I didn't even hear that. I had my nose to the grindstone, and I had off today because
we were talking about
Martin Luther King Day.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was like, just give me a whole bunch of crazy shit happening over on this side of the pond. Brace yourselves.
Thank you, Amanda. Go on. What's going on?
What do you mean, go?
Well, we
lost TikTok. We got it back. That's one thing. We have the whole drone situation. We have the LA fires still going on. Now we hear the firefighters are getting fucked on their pay. Yeah. Like thousands of dollars. Like they're like just emergency funding. People are trying to get out to them because they're all having to take out credit cards to keep their houses while they're trying to keep everybody's houses from burning down.
That's fucking.
I saw a video the other day in regards to the LA fires, and
we all know about your firefighter videos that you watch.
It was something to do with a train system, a rail system they're going to put in. And oddly enough, the system that they want to put in is in exactly the same place that the fires happened. The exact area where the rails are going to be is exactly the same areas that the fire was.
And it's all to do with the smart city that was already been planned. They're all over the world at the moment, Amanda. And they're fucking man-made. Most of these are man-made, and they're designed. We've been talking about this in the week, all of us. These drones that we're seeing are designed to take us away from whatever the hell is actually going on. You know, when they go, the right hand doesn't know what the left hand's doing. It's literally that. It's smoke and mirrors. You know, I've seen reports of actual pilots who've been piloting these things, Black Ops stuff, and they've been shot at by the world's navies and armies and this, that, and the other. A couple have been shot down and they parachuted out, and I've seen the reports that have been made by these people, and they're man-made. They're not fucking from elsewhere. Yep. They're man-made. However, some of them that we've seen, the vast majority are man-made. They're from Earth. It's a Black Ops and it's a smoke screen. But there's some that we have seen across all around the world that are not, and they either come from under the crust of the earth, in the sea, or out there, or a mixture of all three. But the majority are designed to fool us. but some.
Yeah.
What do you guys
Do you know,
think?
I think if it is a real UAP, you're not going to be able to shoot one down.
No.
Because the theories behind the UAPs is the inertia field.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
the bullet's not going to penetrate it. So you're not going to be able to shoot one down because the inertia field would stop it.
Okay.
Basic physics, I'm afraid.
Yeah, exactly. Well, moving on. Actually, before we do, Josh, what do you think? Because we've spoken about it at length, haven't we? And we've said the same thing. It's bollocks, isn't it?
Yeah, I agree. I think it's probably bullshit.
Yeah.
Talked a little bit about it last night. I do think the orbs that are being seen, though, I think there's something to that.
Which one?
The giant orbs people are seeing. I don't think them are drones.
The orange. Yeah, I've seen a few reports of that. Right. What do you think?
But for the most part,
what do you think of the inverted commas definitive proof that has come up of the egg being towed underneath, again, inverted commas?
I'll say, I told you this in private. I'll tell you, I said it on my show last night. I think Stephen Greer is a fucking liar. To be honest, he's lying. He used the TikTok ban to try to get publicity for his book, saying that, oh, look, they're taking TikTok down because we're having disclosure today. And then we got it back. Nothing happened. His website never came up. He put out that lame video, and he's just been doing this. It's every time. There's so many of them that do this too. Disclosure's coming today. Oh, I was wrong. It's coming next year. It's coming the following year. It's coming the following year. I have all this evidence, but we got to hang on to it or the government's going to get me. But if you buy this book, they won't get me. So, I mean, how many times are we going to buy the same book?
He always comes out with an excuse somewhere along the line. It's like the documentary The Lost Century. He actually states it in there that every time he's going to come forward with all this information, something happens that either postpones it or he cancels it altogether.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and this egg video, it's not clear enough. There's not enough evidence within that video. All it could be is someone with a strap with a cradle on the end, and the camera is pointing straight down the strap towards the ground.
The thing that pissed me.
You know what it reminds me about? Sorry. The thing it reminds me of is the Air Force when they do their refueling drills.
Yeah,
when they, they fly over another jet and they refuel. It almost feels like they're doing some, mock. That's what that is.
What I'm going to say is there's a certain UFO YouTube thing out there. Third shave of the womb. That's as close as I can get to it without actually saying it. You'll know what I mean. Two brothers with a weird lisp. They put that, and they're up Dr. Stephen Greer's ass. And to be absolutely honest, I really liked the Stephen Greer stuff until this bloody video came out, and I was like, well, where's the disclosure? What's going on? But anyway, this video they put out said, oh my God, this man's risked his own life on this Black Ops by hanging out in a helicopter, and he's got his camera out, and he's looking down, and he's shooting the egg, and oh my God, bollocks, mate, that's either a drone with a bit of string and a fucking hard-boiled egg on the bottom of it, or it's somebody standing there dangling a bit of rope with an egg on the bottom of it, or a toy egg, or it could even be his Mrs. Love egg. I don't fucking know. Or it's bollocks, or it could be real. But to me, there's not enough there to say it's real. And there's no way there's anybody hanging out at the bottom of a helicopter. That is a fixed camera.
The thing is, what doesn't make sense to me, I've seen a lot of airlifts from helicopters.
I've been in Chile. Everything else I've abseiled out of helicopters.
From what I can see by that is not it's not secured safe enough. And of something so important as that, there would be straps left, right, and centre that wouldn't be able to move about as freely as it was.
It would spin, but because I've seen stuff like Josh's fidget spinner down there, it would spin because of the inertia. But normally with stuff like that, even just the normal equipment that they lift off, it gets secure.
But you can see when it touches the ground, it rattles in that cage.
And it rolls. It's not in a
Yeah.
cage.
Like I said, he thought TikTok was gone, so he didn't have to come up with a video. So he's like, "Oh, let me find something that I have on file." Well, that's it.
Either way, it just wasn't secure enough. There's no way something of that importance would have been loosely secured like that.
We're both ex-services, and I mean, I've seen some shit. You've seen some shit, and as I say, in some of my training, I've abseiled out of helicopters. I've been in the back of helicopters. I've been there when they've lifted stuff and taken it away. That thing was anywhere near as secure as it should be.
No.
And you know what the fuck happened? Did somebody go, "Hey, love, can you hardball me an egg? Get me some string and a green light. I've got an idea."
Yeah.
Yep, that's exactly what happened. There's too much of this going on in our community.
That'd be like that smug puppy bloke, wouldn't it? That does them videos in his house.
Oh no, is that the one who reckons his house is haunted?
Yeah.
And he's fucking pulling on the fishing line.
And yet
like
everybody that turns around and says, "Well, how about you get a serious paranormal investigator in to check the place out?" and he won't have it.
Yeah. Wonder what.
It always refuses. And then when everybody else turns around and says to him, "You're giving paranormal investigators a bad name by doing these posts," he just says, "Oh, thanks for watching."
There's money
He
to
just
still
says,
be
"Oh,
made.
thanks for watching," and then he releases more crap. But he works on computers. He's got a high spec computer in his living room, and he uses that to edit his videos.
That's like Huff. That's like the Huff, who somebody's dropped down dead, and within 30 minutes he's fucking talking to them.
Yeah.
It really
just a waste of space, but he gets the viewers.
I know, and what pisses me off is like anybody, what people out there forget is the paranormal community is a huge umbrella. It's not just ghosts, the other side, stuff like that. It encompasses everything. You've got supernatural and paranormal, then you've got the ufology, then you've got cryptozoology, then you've got fables, legends, doorways, fucking the fae, and I could go on and on and on and on. It's a big umbrella term, and what it does with people like that and people like fucking Huff, it ridicules all of us. And then now this bloody video with the egg, and I was like everybody, like you were,
what do we do though? There's really no way of getting around this. This is just like there's always going to be this, just like how there used to be the Inquirer. There's always one there. As long as there's people like us that want to investigate and try to find the science behind it, there's going to be people who want to do the showmanship behind it and make money. And it's never going to change. And that's the sad part about it. And I fear, and I honestly, the reality of it is some people outnumber us 10-1.
Yeah. And it's like we were saying the other week, we for the one real video out there, you've got about 1,000 bullshit videos.
Mm-hmm.
You know, trying with AI and everything now, trying to decipher which is real and which isn't. You know, I mean, I've seen some redacted videos that are real, and yeah, they're real, and that to me is quite definitive proof, but not close enough to see details.
Yeah, I've seen some.
This egg one is like, I was expecting so much more, and I really liked Stephen Greer's stuff. And then I saw that, and I was like, "What the actual fuck? You had us all built up for this, and now it's like an egg."
Well, I'm gonna throw the monkey wrench out right away. Can we even believe any of the CE5 people anymore?
I've got the app.
Stephen Greer is the poster boy for this.
We were talking about that before we went live, actually, me and Wayne.
Yeah. I don't know, because I mean, the problem is, and he said it himself, every time he goes to release something big, something happens somewhere along the line that stops him or postpones him from doing what he's intending on doing. So he has to find another way around to do something so that disclosure can get out there. You know, and it's not just him, it's other people as well. And I was saying to Mark, and I sent the link to him about it. There's a documentary on Amazon Prime called The Lost Century. And it talks about how we technically are hundreds of years behind with
are.
technology simply because it's been suppressed by the big people that run the fuel companies. And he was saying about the likes of Nikola Tesla and all his patents being some patents being put through, other patents being put through, but under the government patent rather than his patent, and then other ones just disappearing altogether. And it was because the people that were making the money from the oil would stand to lose everything if that technology was released.
Yeah.
And it could be the same with Stephen Greer. We said it ourselves. For every one decent video that goes out there, there's thousands that get flooded in there as well. And this could be the similar sort of thing with Stephen Greer, trying to shut him up.
Yeah.
Well, my thing that's got me, and again, we've spoken about it before, especially Josh and I, was Secure Team 10 and these third phase of the moon. When I first started following them, it was stuff that grabbed my attention, got me interested, and now they just trawl out bollocks after bollocks after bollocks after bollocks. And from what I know from going down the rabbit hole, they've been got to and approached to be, as you said, poster boys for the Bobbermans, and they've been paid large sums of money to do their shows. And they've got all the graphics, the sound, everything, all this kind of our graphics, our new beginnings. Somebody in the paranormal community made it for me. Made it for us. I did the music for it, and then I can't remember. Was it Josh who's done the video, and Wayne's going to do the music, or the other way around? I can't remember.
Yeah,
we've got
we've
got an outro, but one of them's, I think it's Josh who's done the video, but it's got the wrong music on it because we could get done for the music that's on it, so Wayne's got to do music for it. So, but we did it ourselves and it cost nothing.
Yeah.
These guys are all of a sudden got the best cameras, the best, and like I say, when I've read on it, they've been approached and said, "Oh, well, you may be onto something. How's about you put the word out there that we're actually not that bad, but it's not as much as people seem to think out there. There aren't as many UFOs as people think, And now I watch this, I'm just like, no.
Yeah, I mean, money talks, but some people can't be bought.
It's like we've said before, we don't make any money on these shows. It'd be awesome if we did. It'd be nice to be able to go out and get a good camera or a good microphone. But mine is literally on my laptop. This is all done through my laptop with the built-in camera and the built-in mic. Luckily, I've got a decent laptop. But it'd be nice to be paid to just have the really good kit, But we don't make any money. Any investigations we do off our own back, out of our own pocket, our own cars. We go off and do them. Same with the UFO stuff. Luckily, I live in a UFO hotspot, so I go out regularly looking for UFOs on a certain spot in Yorkshire. And I go up there and I take pictures and film it and stuff. But it would be lovely to make money. But I think once they get to you with the money, I think your integrity goes, and I think the core of your shows and your own ethics go. Like we're all three of us are very strong about what we do. But I think if money gets involved, that goes down the pan. A bit of money, nice. Don't get me wrong, a bit of money, bit of sponsorship.
I mean, Tesla, I know I go on about TikTok, but that was one of the other things, and that was brought up about one of the reasons why the US government wanted to ban TikTok was because with 150 million people using TikTok in the United States, a lot of people were making a lot of money from TikTok, and they didn't want it.
They also said that the Chinese have put a back door in to spy on everybody's stuff, which I think was bullshit, personally.
Well, now we all joined Red now, so it doesn't matter because the government pissed us off. So we all willingly gave
which is owned by the Chinese, so that's gone out the front.
we know. That's why we did it. Oh, you don't want our information over there? You're going to take away TikTok? Okay.
I mean, I said before the weekend they won't. We will get banned, but it will be back, and it will be back within a day. It won't be long, and it will be back. And sure enough, it was back.
Man, let's talk about that fact of it. With all of us who went over the Red Note and started talking to Chinese people and making friends about how much propaganda we're both fed to each other about our countries, how nicer their grocery stores and cheaper their food is than ours.
I watched a video yesterday, and this guy was in. He paid a visit to a Chinese supermarket, And he said, before I go into the supermarket, he said, I'll tell you how much I pay for my gas, electric, and water. And he itemised everything. And at the end of it, he said, and this is per month. It works out the equivalent of $37 a month for his gas, water, and electric.
What?
Not one of the bills have been $30 for me in years.
None of my bills are £30 a month.
We're paying over here. About 300 quid in gas and electric, and that's through winter at the moment. Mine. That's just for the gas and electric.
That's gas and electric. That's without your water rates.
Yeah.
But you see, $37 that pays for all their water as well.
I'm just going to go and download RedNote. Is it easy to use? Is it recommended?
You have to change it over to English.
Yeah, it takes a minute to do that, but you can. You'll figure it out.
It comes up in Chinese, so you have to change the language settings on it.
Yeah.
There was a guide on TikTok on how to do that.
Right. Well, I'll
check out their bikes too. Their bikes look way beefier than ours.
Right. You guys in the chat room, what do you make of the egg video? You guys all who are all watching. In fact, you guys who are not watching live, but you're watching later on, and you're watching us now later on. You can still leave messages and stuff. What do you think of the UAP egg video? That's supposed to be definitive proof. Bullshit of aliens. You know, I mean, fuck me. I'm known as the aliens guy, but I looked at that video and I was like, Mork and Mindy are doing well, I see. So
I thought somebody sent me the wrong video. I literally what I thought, and then people started sending me the video, and then you sent me, and I was like, "You're kidding me."
Yeah.
I said it to you guys. Off the fucking hell do you think of this? And
I'd already seen it on TikTok, and I laughed when I saw it then. And then when Mark sent it to me, I'm like, seriously? Yeah. I'm like, how could anybody think about taking that video seriously? It just looks too grainy. It's not even secured properly. And you wouldn't, in all honesty, you would not have it suspended underneath a helicopter for everybody to see on the ground.
Yeah.
You would be covering it up and have it off on a lorry as quick as possible so no one would be able to see it. You wouldn't fly out on a helicopter because it would be seen by too many people.
Yeah.
So none of it makes sense.
So I'm just trying to share this to Things Network and I can't do it because I realise it's not on there. Is it on the Things Network?
Dear.
Could somebody share it on there for me, please?
Yeah, it is on Things Network because I accessed it through the Things Network. It's on there.
Did you? Oh.
Yeah, it's already on there.
Yeah, remember this app automatically puts stuff on after a while.
Look up, Mark. It's on there.
Oh, yeah. Look up, Mark. MAOK. Sorry. Yeah, exactly. Eric's just said they would create every fucking video that we've seen, every statement. In fact, David Grush and everybody, every single fucking thing, when they have stated to Congress when there's been a retrieval, they have taken it. Hi, little dude. Oh, bye-bye, little dude. They've created it. They've created it all time.
Just put his back on his shade.
It gets put undercover because you don't want anybody to see it. You're not going to winch it up on a helicopter and fly it above everybody.
Well, I'm just looking at the video because I put it on our wall. I'm just looking at bollocks. Bollocks. That's a good British word, isn't it? Bollocks.
Yeah. Oh, bollocks.
It's just mate. It's no. It's no. No.
I don't think it was. It was. I personally think it was a setup. I reckon somebody had taken that video and sent it to Dr. Stephen Greer on purpose.
Hey, little dude. Yeah.
If you think about it, we know full well that there's been a lot of misinformation being sent out there.
That's right. Yeah.
Whether it's being put onto social media platforms or not, or being sent directly to people like Dr. Stephen Greer. He could have been sent that on purpose to try and trick everybody else.
Yeah, yeah. I don't get it. I really, really don't get it.
It don't make sense to me. I just don't think it's.
I think.
I don't think it's real.
Every time there's a retrieval, your favourite word. Eric says my favourite word. Bollocks! You've got to say it in a British accent. It's like when you say, "Oh, for God's sake, stop being such a wanker." You know, you can't say it in American. Like, "Oh my God, wanker!" You can't say it. You got to go, "Oh my God, fucking wanker." But yes, best alien egg I've seen was in V. Yeah, V was awesome. The original, not the new one. The original was the best one.
I've got the original on DVD.
Well, there you go, the best egg ever, and nano Shazbad. But that egg video, I'm sorry, but all the fucking hype of this, that, and the other, and they bring out egg.
Well, I had that, Rita.
Josh, stop picking up your poor kid. Look, guys, look! Ah, get off!
So I have a mini-me.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what I found out.
I hit his back on the chair when I lifted him up. Real bad.
Is that why you went?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just going.
No, it's gonna have to be daddy cuddles afterwards then.
Yeah.
I think that's what his missus says when they go to bed. Hey, daddy, give me cuddles. And he goes, oh. Anyway, that's why Wayne's got so many kids. So, what was I saying? Yes. Moving on to Trump, he has turned around and snubbed Starmer because Starmer was a complete prick and tried to stick his nose in their elections. Starmer over here is a dickhead. I am sorry. The last government we had were fucking terrible and raped our country. Then they put Starmer in, and he's now backwards, tickling the balls,
making it worse.
Well, yes. And then he tried to stick his nose in elsewhere, and Trump's gone, do you know what? Fuck you. Good. We get rid of this shit that we've got over here. Get rid of them. Fuck them off out of it. Do you think whoever made the footage is good at the claw machines on the arcade? No, I think they're fucking terrible.
No,
terrible.
Well, he kept
everyone stuffed animal in their life.
He kept holding the egg for long enough, didn't he?
But you see what I mean? I mean, it's every crash retriever, and when they talked about it in the Congress hearings, they said they're either crated or tarpaulined, but they're covered up so as not to give the game away too much. That thing, it had like I think it had like 3 fucking ropes and a little bit of cargo netting on the top, a little square of it, and it's like, was that made from an Action Man home kit or something, you know?
Yeah, but can you imagine that, like flying over a town of, say, like, I don't know, 3,000 people? I know for a fact, because we've got obviously a garrison town right next to our town, and we have the flight path of Stansted Airport, but we also have the flight path of all the military aircraft that go over to do exercise over the garrison. And every time a helicopter flies over, we're all looking out the window to see what it is. So can you imagine if that helicopter had flown over a local town, say 5,000 people, half of those people are going to have seen that helicopter.
Well,
and it flowed.
The thing that gets me is Die Glocke was supposed to have, when it disappeared in Germany, it's supposed to have reappeared in America only a few years ago. And then it got retrieved.
I found a print file of that.
Hey?
I said I found a print file of that.
Well, it's supposed to be retrieved, wasn't it? It's supposed to be retrieved.
I meant I found the little one, the print.
But that same helicopter have this brave, this brave man who risked his life hanging out by the, fuck off, it's a static camera. It's just those 2 blokes annoy the shit out.
I think, like I said, I don't think he was planning on TikTok coming back, and so that's why he made this big announcement. He's been awfully quiet since it's been back.
Yeah, all this disclosures coming. I've seen one of the major whistleblowers.
It's been 24 hours, too. He said within 24 hours.
I've seen the major whistleblowers interview, and that was actually really interesting. and that was the Australian guy. I can never remember his name. Ross, somebody or other. You know who I mean? The Australian guy.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Well, I like him because he calls a spade, you know. And I was watching his interview with this guy, and a lot of it made sense, but a lot of it, I was like,
I've got onesie on and everything.
Yeah, sorry, what? What was that? What was
It's
that?
all right. It's all right. I've just seen a picture of a ghost laying on your sofa.
Oh, she got a onesie on and everything.
Bark out. In her pajamas. That, ladies and gentlemen, is Ghost in her pajamas. Yes, she's absolutely sparkling.
Oh,
Rachel's just posted it, and I'm like, it's so freaking cute.
She was up here earlier, and then she was like, "No, I'm going to go where the food is." So, but yeah, all this stuff. Oh, and another thing I heard before I forget, and this I cannot say where this came from, but because it would be breaking a lot of protocols. But did you know that over here we've got a thing called Citizens Advice Bureau? I don't know what it'd be called in America, but it's where you can go along and get help for anything you're not sure about, like with the council, the police, or anything like that. Somebody's there and they can say, "Oh, well, you can do this and you can do that and you can do the other." But over here, it's called Citizens Advice Bureau. Did you know they were paid 21 million by our government to not slam the government in any of their talks or meetings with the general public? 21 million paid by Starmer to the people that own and run that bloody thing. You know,
But the thing is, though, is there are a lot of things like Keir Starmer was the head of the prosecution service when all this business was going on with the young girls and whatnot.
Yep.
He was the chief prosecutor. He was the head of the prosecution service when all that started going on. He was also the person that took the government to court and won about illegal immigrants being able to claim all the benefits when they arrived in the country.
right.
And he wasn't even prime minister at the time.
And he also gave people peerages that are now all of a sudden high up in certain things. That's all I'll say.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but what a load of bollocks. Absolutely. All of them. Get rid of the whole fucking lot and start again with honest people. Honest people that give a shit. And that's the whole world over. You need to do it the whole world over. You know?
Yeah.
They're just absolute wankers, a lot of them. They really, really fucking are. You know, and as for this UAP bullshit, just for God, if our cousins from out there are listening, just come and show up at our beaches. Just hover a few miles out, hover and stay there where we can see you all. And then we'll know. Because that's apparently going to be happening, isn't it? Was it by 2027? What was that video that fellow sent you guys? 2027 is
it was by 2027.
Yeah.
It was originally supposed to be disclosure this year and then definitive proof by 2027. But
if they had secret footage of the egg being opened and some little alien creatures coming out, then it may have caught my attention a bit more. Yeah, exactly. You know, we're all expecting this bloody great big Quentin Tarantino thing, and instead you had something that I probably filmed on my mum's old phone. So, you know, it just completely discredits all of us. Really does. You know, and it's a complete shame, complete travesty. Why the hell can't the Bobbermans be fucking honest? Why? Because they're making so much money on the tech that they have, because they're 100 years plus ahead of us in the tech that they've got. The Black Ops are supposed to be something up to 700 years ahead in the tech that they've got, but it'll never be released. They make too much money from the energy giants to bring out reusable 0-point energy or things like that. There's too much corruption, too much money to be made, and this is why. And all, like the cures for various diseases and things, they've already got them, but they make more money in preventing rather than curing.
Yep,
it's a complete travesty.
I mean, there was a guy who had invented some sort of battery that you actually. It was actually producing 100 times more output than what it was input.
Yeah.
And obviously that is an energy efficient
Yeah.
form of energy because it's actually generating more than it's taking in. And yet, for some unknown reason, the patent got brought up and disappeared. And this is why there are blacker than black budget programs within governments, because they're the ones that are suppressing that technology and keeping it for themselves.
The water engines, the perpetual motion engines, the 0-point energy modules, which is a real thing and exists.
Yeah.
And they've made batteries for them. All
Inertia
of this
fields.
and the people.
Well, not even just that. Even I learned in school, like basic diesel engines are different. Yours are like far more superior than the ones we have here because of what our emissions are.
It's ridiculous. I mean, all these people who invent this stuff and come out with it, as soon as they're about to release it, oh look, he died. Oh, what happened? Oh, yeah. She died. He died. They died.
But there was a team that Stephen Greer was fronting, and three of them, including all four of them, including Stephen Greer, all ended up getting diagnosed with cancer, and he was the only survivor. Yeah.
Yeah. I have just been sent something from my missus. Thank you, Rachel. She has just sent me the link to the egg video, and it's now in mainstream media over here. Now that is unusual because normally you'll get like the oddball page in the Mirror or something like this, but this is on mainstream media. And
he's a pretty known guy.
She says, "I've just read this. He sounds like a nutter." Yeah, exactly. The video just such.
It just doesn't make any sense. Something ain't right with it.
It's
no.
I'll tell you what.
Maybe he's just a disinformation agent.
Yeah. Exactly. And that's what's been going on with YouTubers.
They've given Stephen Greer that video on purpose.
Yeah, it's bollocks. Absolutely.
Just trying to throw people out.
For those of you who want to know what the egg video is, if you go onto the Dark Mirror Radio Show's Facebook group page, it's on that wall there. You will see it. It's on the group page. I put it up there a couple of days ago, I think. And you'll look at it and you'll go, what the actual fuck? Is this the beginning of Mork and Mindy? What? You know?
We're calling it garbage.
As Lynn Murphy's just said, the egg is a distraction. Yeah, you're correct. You're absolutely correct. It's absolute wank.
The thing is because they've tried so much to try and distract us from one point to the other.
Yeah.
Only once whatever it is they've distracted us with is over, we're very quick to come back to whatever it was we were at beforehand.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh crap, now we're going to have to think of something else to distract them with to try and get them away from that subject. So they've tried something else.
There was the drones, then there was the fog, and now there's this. You know, and I've seen the videos of the fog where people have got pools and stuff, and they were scraping it off the top of their fucking pools, and it's all been analysed that the fog was man-made, and it's got what was it? Not nanoparticles, but they were medical ones. I saw the report on it. It was medical ones, and these nano things can give out information of temperature. How the person is, where it is, basic readings and like that. But it was all in this fog, and it's all over the fucking world.
I'd seen one bloke had taken a video, and he'd got in India when they collect gas, they've got those massive long plastic bags, haven't they? Some people have these big long plastic bags, fill it up with gas and tie it up. Well, this bloke had literally ran in the fog with one of these bags, tied it up and allowed the condensation to build up inside the bag.
Yeah.
When he got back in, he took all the condensation out. He scraped the inside of the bag out and allowed it to dehydrate so that the mineral particles were left behind in this contraption. And when he tested it, it had brake dust in it. And people were like questioning and saying, how's it got brake dust in it? You know, obviously when you apply your brakes to your car, it creates the dust goes in the air. Yeah. If it settles on the ground and it rains, it's going to make its way into the water system. If it evaporates before it gets there, it ends up back in the cloud and then rains back down again.
Did you see
We've got to remember that fog is our clouds, but at ground level. So you could pick up the particles and that from anywhere.
There's sinister shit going on. There is sinister shit going on, and I think us, general public, should be wary. We should be aware of our surroundings and be aware as to what the hell is going on, because there is sinister stuff going on at the moment, and it's not nice. And the Black Ops and the powers that be in the Bobbermans know about it, and they're not going to do a damn thing about it because it's all done for whatever higher reason, higher purposes.
Yeah, I mean,
don't trust anything.
It's like what Jess said earlier on about going on to Red Note and viewing videos of people living in China and how much things are for them and things like that. It's a lot of disinformation. We're all being told all the Chinese are bad people, blah, blah, blah. And yet, when you actually look at videos from people in China, I mean, I watch quite a lot, and I watch one of them in particular. I watch 9 times out of 10 when I'm just about ready to go to sleep. And it's a pottery studio, and they literally bring out these literally pots and pots, and they break them open, and there'll be a teacup inside, and there'll be a different colour each time. And they sell these teacups, and you know they'll go, oh no, that one's got a blemish on it, so we get rid of that one, and they break it there and then open the next one and see what that is. And I'm like, this is the real China. It seems like how they made ink naturally with the ash and stuff like that. And you're just like, so why are the Chinese that bad?
They're not. The thing, it's governments, it's Bobbermans. The state of everything in the world at the moment is literally down to whichever country's Bobberman. They lie to all of them lie to the people. All of them have got shadowy, shady shit going on. And now you've got a global thing going on. And mark my words, at some point there will be a global threat. Oh, there's going to be a shit coming. We need to get together as a one world government. We need your taxes.
It's be aliens or terrorism.
To take these guys on. Why would they be coming all this way over here to have a scrap for a place that they know they obviously outgun?
Well, we've said it before. They wouldn't have done, because if they'd have done it, they got advanced technology that had done it before he even got here.
Majority of them out there are peaceful and probably want peace with us. And hey, do you want to join the Galactic Federation, which we probably already have, but we don't know.
Yeah.
But keep your eyes to the skies and watch your backs, because there is something, and it's not just me saying it; it's the whole of the UFO, UAP, cryptozoology community has said there's something going on, something sinister, and there's something coming. And
we have to keep our eyes. We have to keep our eyes open.
Yeah, don't believe anything of the one world government bullshit.
Remember, we live in an era where you can't trust your eyes anymore.
Exactly.
That's your best judgment.
We drove through that fog, and we were all ill. We were all ill. And I put it on recycling the air inside so it didn't get the fog in, but it made us all ill. Anyway, I've just seen the time. It is 25 to. We're going to have to finish in a minute.
I walked through that fog, and I felt a lot better. Had the opposite effect on me.
Anyway, you're an alien anyway.
Right? I was just going to say that.
You know what?
It all makes sense now.
I've been out in the fog when I've taken the kids to school.
Wayne, I have smelt your fart in the car. If you made my missus gag because of your fart in the car.
That's what the fog was.
Yeah, if he could put up with his own fucking brand that does that and peels the paint off his car, he could walk through that shitty fog and it's not going to bother him.
That's what I think it was, I think it was excess methane created by the cows, because they knew they were going to be fed that crap by Allah.
Yeah, and Nico, I'd love to as well. Right, do you guys want to plug your shows or anything before we disappear? Because we will be back next Monday, so don't worry, guys. So go.
I've got the Mystical Carousel show at 9:30, 9 o'clock Thursday, and the Fools and Ghouls on Friday. And also, if people are interested, keep your eyes peeled, because within the next couple of weeks, the first episode of Wayne's Weird and Wonderful World will be released.
Awesome.
And Josh?
I have Lost to the Rabbit Hole. I don't know when my next episode's going to be, so watch out. We'll kind of just sporadically come out with them. If you're interested in being on or wanting to be a guest, hit me up at losttotherabbithole@gmail.com. If not, keep your eyes to the skies. That's all I have to say.
He'll always come on as a guest or whatever if you want. Don't rush. Don't push yourself, mate. But yeah, it's like back to work next week, and she said, when she's back at work, anything like that. Yeah, kitchen's finished, everything. Right. So yeah, good.
Awesome.
So yeah, on that note, everybody, these three beautiful people here will be back next week, Monday, 9:30 at night GMT, whatever the fuck it is in your own time, which I think is, what time is it? Eastern Standard Time.
3:30. Usually.
There you go. So 6 hours behind. So, yeah. Hello, watching and that are out there. Remember, we're on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter. You'll see our email down the bottom there, the Dark Mirror Radio Show at yahoo.co.uk if you want to send us anything. And you can always find us on Facebook. You can always find either of us on Facebook and message us. Keep your eyes to the skies. Don't trust anything and just see what's coming. Excuse the dog that's outside barking the place down. I will see you very soon, and so will these guys here. So on behalf of us all, I bid you adieu. Say good night, guys.
Good, everyone.
Toodles.
Yeah, no.
Why can you do that normally? Right. See you.
Oh.
Thank you for joining.